going to try something new and do a video just for something to think about with legacy for everyone. How many of you have Christmas traditions or just traditions throughout the year in general? I know a lot of us have some traditions, and I was thinking about why we have created the traditions we have in our family, and I think it's because we find that they are an opportunity to build connectivity in our family, and even to build security in kids. I think kids really get excited when they have something they know they can look forward to, and this is what they can anticipate, and this is us. So for our family, a tradition, in order for us to continue doing it, in other words, it's repeated more than once, making it a tradition, is that it needs to be purpose-driven. And for us, what that means is growing as a family. I want to see my boys and even my husband and I grow. Otherwise, I don't see the purpose in doing it. Now, I don't mean like we must learn academic things all the time. That's not what I mean at all. What I'm talking is relationally. It's so important for mental health and relationships to connect and laugh together and learn more about each other and grow deeper that way. So that's one qualifier. It could be a spiritual opportunity to grow, or it could be, an emotional opportunity to grow. But in general, I would say a mixture of all of those makes it all the better. If you love something you've done, you've created an event, an evening, a special time, whether on purpose or just in the last minutes where something kind of happens by accident and you want to continue doing that, it can be a really exciting thing. But we often will find that we end up not doing those things for very long if we're not intentional, right? So I think putting them on the calendar or on the list in your mind or talking them up as a family really creates that anticipation for those things. I was thinking of a time when our youngest son, Bjorn, had been in a accident and his wrist had a major injury to it. Some of you will remember though that time. Well, in the months to come when he was going to physical therapy, one of the things that we talked about is the use of his hand and getting to retrain his brain to use it properly again. And so instead of just doing physical therapy or occupational therapy, something that we decided as a family that we'd play cards every night. And so for 3 months, we played cards every single night. It was a little crazy how we kind of made time for that. But what happened was it built a community amongst us. We had a tournament, and then we also, had a lot of fun in the process, and his brain was rewiring with his fingertips to do what it needed to do neurologically. So sometimes it's going to be circumstantial that we choose those things. We also had another time where we make these cookies. Maybe I'll tell you about them another time more in depth, but they're an old family tradition, and the dough is really heavy, really thick and stiff. And I couldn't put it in my KitchenAid mixer because I wanted to do a bigger batch and I wanted to do it all at once. So I thought I'd use my hand mixer. Well, I burnt out my hand mixer's motor because it was such a sticky, heavy dough, And so and then I was thinking, oh my goodness, my great grandma would have stirred these by hand. They had some strength that I apparently don't have. But that's a side note. Anyway, out of that, I looked at what I was going to do and I thought, oh my goodness, I'm going to have to stop and go to Walmart right now. Wasn't thrilled about that idea. So I said something to our boys as we were talking, and again, I'm not to leave Bo out because Bo is awesome in his own regard, but Bjorn again had something else to say, and he just said, Mom, I'll get my drill. We'll just clean it off and then you can attach the the mixer pieces to that. I thought, all right, let's try it. So actually that's just become a tradition. I've not replaced my hand mixer because the only time I use it is when I make these cookies. So it's something to look forward to. In fact, there's someone that wants to come over this year to help make these cookies because it's been talked about so much and the excitement is there. So you see, you can, out of a little mess even, you can make a fun tradition because there's anticipation involved. So I encourage you to think about that this year. What you can do, especially coming up to Christmas, so that you're connecting as a family in greater ways. I was thinking too about reading. As homeschool family, we have done a lot of reading together. During the day, I take a chunk of time, or I did regularly up until recently, I take a chunk of time to read with the boys, and we develop English language arts skills through that, but we also have an opportunity to talk about things that matter, discussion that matters to them, matters to me, that they learn and grow in. And it also matters to my husband. It's just that he's been at work. And so that's just, where we're at with that. But anyway, so we were reading these books and having a good time with it. And then a few years back, I found Jotham's Journey. And so I wanted to tell you about a couple of these books today. So Jotham's Journey, if you haven't read it, or the next one is Tabitha's Travels, or the same author, Bartholomew's Passage. And I'll post the links in the comments so that you have an opportunity to purchase those if you're interested. You really only need one a year unless you're going to plow through it. It's meant to read a chapter a day. And so if you start December 1st, you can get through for Christmas. That's why I'm telling you about it now, so you can order it on Amazon today. But there have been times, I'm telling you, there have been times, because of the anticipation and the excitement, and these books offer that, and the connectivity, that our boys have said, oh, just read another chapter. Just read ahead. And I thought, oh my goodness, they don't want me to stop, because it was anticipating great things, but it was building relationship in the process, laughing, having a little mystery involved, but at the same time, building their understanding of how good our God is and how He prepares the way. And so that was a lot of fun. In fact, there were times that Jason would rather us read those at night instead of during the day, because he didn't want to miss these books, you guys. So this year we have a different book we're going to do, because we've been through all of these and we decided we're going to do it. In fact, Bo said, now he's 17, Bo said, Mom, you've got a new book, right? Because he knew it was that important to him. And I just love that. I don't think that's immature at all. I think that's just building connectivity and building relationship. And I love that he loves reading, but that we're all doing it together, there's just something really special about that. So I would ask that you would consider, if you want to build some family traditions, I'd consider getting, I'd start with Jotham's Journey for sure. It doesn't really matter if you go in a different order. You're not going to miss too much. But Jotham's Journey is a great way to start. And maybe I'll keep you posted and let you know what we think of our new book that we're going to start. We'll see how that goes. All right. Have a good day. Bye.